friends, welcome back to the channel. In an effort to keep my trash talks down to a shorter time frame, I am just going to start filming them more often because as you guys can see, I've got about like a week and a half to 2 weeks worth of trash here, and I've already got quite a few items. So let's go ahead and dive in and I'll talk you through my trash. First thing I have is this Virgin Mojito body scrub from the Body Shop. Love the scent of this. I have a couple body washes and a little tiny lotion of it. It to me screams like lime citrus jello. I just really enjoy it, and the scrub is not half bad. It's pretty scrubby compared to some of the other Body Shop scrubs that I've been using lately, so I'm happy with it. But I have since moved on to Bath & Body Works ones, and they are just a bit harsher of an exfoliant. So for somebody who likes a really abrasive kind of really you can feel the deep scrub, I would go for the Bath & Body Works ones. And for someone who has a more sensitive skin type, I think the Body Shop ones are fabulous for that. I also used up a Garnier Fructis Curl Scrunch Controlling Gel. This is what I use to get my like natural curls. If I didn't use any kind of gel, they would just kind of frizz out and be nothing. I go back and forth between this one and the Pantene one. The Pantene one is a bit more expensive and I like it a bit more, but I had in my hoarding closet a second one of these, so I'll go through that one first, and if it's still hair scrunch in season, I would pick up a Pantene over this. I also have a shampoo. I have the Garnier Fructis Damage Eraser. This is for distressed, damaged hair. This is okay. I don't necessarily think it was super effective, at reversing damage, but as we've talked about in previous videos, I've really discovered that I think my hair doesn't need damaged shampoo, it needs more moisture-based shampoo. So I wouldn't necessarily get this again, even though I got it for free because I was couponing. The other shampoo that I've had for a very long time is the Tresemme Keratin Smooth. This is a keratin infusing conditioner. I like this line a lot. I really have enjoyed Tresemme. I've enjoyed Tresemme for years. Ben and I got this at like the Walmart after Christmas sale. It was super cheap. We got a few bottles of this and we're officially done with this conditioner, and we still are working on the shampoo. This is the line that Ben predominantly uses. We also have this Pink Sugar Body Mousse. I got it in an Ulta samples kit not that long ago, and I think I'm just gonna throw this away. It has a pretty decent scent. It smells a lot like the Pink Sugar perfume, but if you can see here, it has like a cottage cheese texture, and I just don't think lotions are supposed to be like that. I tried Googling it to figure it out, and I couldn't get a solid answer on if all of their lotions are like this, but a lot of people had posted about Bath & Body Works lotions and how when it tends to get the cottage cheese texture, it means it's no longer any good. So I just don't think it's worth it. I've got far too many lotions. Why force myself to use one that has a pretty weird texture? So that was kind of a miss on their part. I also have these Q-tips. These are the Precision Tips Q-tips. You get 170, and I think they're somewhere in the $4 to maybe $5 price range, might be a little bit higher, but these are 100% worth it to me. I use these for makeup removal mostly. I'll do it, let's say like the inner corner, if I get a little too aggressive and my like liner starts to bleed, I'll wipe it away there. If I get eyeshadow fallout, I'll take one of these and I will be able to get really close to my lower lash line and be able to wipe it away. I just think that these are a little bit more effective because you have more control over what's being picked up versus the regular cotton swabs. You don't get that much control. They also have other uses for like jewel application and cuticle cleanup. I've never actually really used it for that, but those are other ways that these can be used, and I do think they're worth the extra money. I've got the Liquid Blender Cleanser. I've actually had full sizes of this before. I think dish soap works just as effective, so I wouldn't buy this. I use the Living Proof Timeless Pre-Shampoo Treatment. I don't really understand the purpose of this or how effective it really is, so I would not buy that. I use the Murad Hydro Dynamic Ultimate Moisture. It was too small of a sample to figure out if it's worth it, and Murad is very pricey. I've heard really great things about it, but unless I can get a bigger sample of it, I don't think I could commit to making the purchase. And then I also have this really sketchy looking item. This is, I don't know if it's the right word, a shower melt, or I don't know what they're called at Lush, but this is one of those fortune cookie soap samples where the last step of the shower, you take the little item and you work it onto your skin, and then it washes off, and then you're supposed to have to put lotion on afterwards. No, not my thing. I am someone who likes to put lotion on. I felt oily after putting this on and I don't like that feeling. The rose jam can sometimes do that at Lush, but it goes away pretty quickly. It gets absorbed into your skin really fast. This wasn't like that, so I would not recommend this. It was from a while ago too. It was from not the e.l.f. box, but the Christmas 2015, I think it was, or 2014 box. I don't remember, but it wasn't good. I also used up some of the Tarte Rainforest collection. I used the Deep Dive Cleansing Gel. This was pretty decent, but I don't think it was super effective for helping fight off acne, which I tend to be more acne prone in the summer. And then I also have the Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost moisturizer. This was recommended to be used morning and night, so I did. And I think if you're someone who has dry skin, this would be awesome for you. I think for me, because I'm more combo in the summer, that it helped my face produce more oil, and I have a few pimples that kind of cropped up while using this, and I'm curious to see now that I'm done. I finished using it this morning, so I don't know for certain. But I feel pretty confident that now that I'm moving on to a different moisturizer, that acne will go away because this is just too much for my skin's needs. I also have the Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask. This was a one-time use for me. It's okay. I still prefer the macadamia over this. All right, now on to the makeup portion of this. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Setting Spray. I think this is really effective. I like it quite a bit. Yes, it is pricey, and I've heard the Maybelline one is pretty much the same thing, just a bit cheaper. I've not tried it, so I don't know. Still prefer my Too Cool for School one over this. It's more of like a gel, and I think it's so effective. I'm just really happy that I'm down to, I have my e.l.f. setting spray and then a sample from Honest Beauty that I just picked up, and I'm done. I can rebuy the one from Too Cool for School, and I think that will happen before the new year, which is really exciting because that's my holy grail. I also use the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion in W2, which is light ivory. I have been through, I feel like 5 of these. This is one of the best skin matches I have ever come across for any kind of face product. I really, really like this. It's really expensive. It's $16.99 at Rite Aid, which I find that Rite Aid, CVS, and Walgreens are the most expensive. You can get it cheaper at Walmart, but I've been couponing for these, which is why I have these so frequently. But now that it's kind of no longer a new item and coupons aren't as readily available, I'm gonna have to suck it up and just pay the full price for it, but it's totally worth it. It's definitely a your skin evened out but better kind of finish, and I really, really love it. On the other end of that, I tried out the e.l.f. Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20. I'm down to my face collection of items that I've had for a while that are either really full coverage that I'm not used to wearing, or items that I've won from my NYX giveaway and just haven't really worked on, and I pulled this out to try, and it was horrendous. I put a layer of it on and it looked like I had done nothing to my face. So I went in for a second layer and I thought that it looked okay, and then I went and hung out in my living room for maybe 45 minutes and then went out to run an errand, and I happened to be like, oh, let me see what my face looks like. It looked bad. This stuff had separated on my face and was starting to ball up around my jawline. So I don't know if it just wasn't something that I could layer, or I tried to build it up too much. I have no idea, but no way I used it. I liked it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pitch it. It's not worth it to me, and I don't even wanna pass it on to a friend because it seemed pretty ineffective. I also have the Pixi Flawless Beauty Primer. This is one of those like glowing types of primers. It's a little intense. On my fingers, like I'll rub it on my fingers and put it on my face, and my fingers will have a distinct sparkly tint to it. It's not chunks of glitter or anything like that, but it definitely does produce a glow. So for somebody who likes that glowy dewy finish, this is really awesome for you. If you want something more natural-like, I don't think this is it. I do think it looks kind of artificial, like you have done something to your face to make it glow like that. This is my second sample of it, and it's fine, but I'm someone who just prefers a regular, nothing fancy kind of face primer. I don't need to have extra enhancers, shine, or sparkle in it, so I wouldn't necessarily buy this. And the last thing that I have is my Jordana Fabuliner in the color brown. I used this summer thanks to summer camp, working at that job when I was wearing brown eyeliner. This didn't wow me. This was really talked about in the YouTube beauty community, and I just don't really get what all the fuss is about. It, you know, is a decent type of liner. It's decently priced, all of that jazz, but I just don't think it's that great. It's to me similar to like the e.l.f. liquid liners they used to have. I don't know if they still do. Those are really talked about for a while, but I just think that the eyeliner game across all beauty brands, especially drugstore ones, has really gotten so great that I'm willing to shell out $5 or $6 for a really, really good eyeliner versus a couple of bucks for just an okay one. So I wouldn't go out of my way to get this again. All right, guys, those are all of my empties. Like I said, I'll be doing these more frequently. I am churning through product constantly. I feel like I don't know how it's happening. I wish I could get through more makeup than I do anything else. But that's it for me, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.